Hey, what's good, good people? It's your boy Deviate, and we're back again with another video for you guys. Today, we will be breaking down something that made news recently. So, it's hip hop related, and we like to cover hip hop content on this channel. So, yeah, let's get into it. Today, we'll be talking about the artist who charges 100,000 Namibian dollars for a feature. Yeah, that one really threw us off. So this artist is called Poe the Poet, and he was recently in the Namibian newspaper who covered this whole story about him charging $100,000. So we're gonna go into this thing and just try to break this down, why this doesn't make any sense. Yo, but before we get into reading this article, please like this video, subscribe, and also turn on your notifications so that you guys can be updated whenever we upload a video. So let's get into this. This is an article by the Namibian, and it reads Pohamba Pengeyo, or Poe the Poet, a local ghost art writer, producer, and freestyle rap artist hailing from Enduja village in Ohangwena region, is charging other musicians 100,000 for a collaboration. So the article continues. I'm not an upcoming artist, and I charge $100,000 because I recognize my value in the industry, Poe the Poet claims. So we skip a little bit forward, and it says here his most notable performance to date was between 2016 and 2017. Yeah, that's a while ago, my guy. As the opening act. So I don't mean to laugh at this dude's accomplishments. I'm sure that they're pretty dope, but for you to be charging the amount that you're charging, and your most notable accomplishments is you opening for other people, doesn't make sense because the people that you open for charge less than you do. So the math is not mathing here. All right, so what we're going to do now is that we're going to give Poe the Poet the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to be testing him to see whether he should be charging the amount that he is currently asking artists to pay him for a feature. Now, what we will do is we'll be looking at three categories. We'll be looking at name recognition, relevance, as well as musical contribution. And I'll explain each one of these things as we go and test this dude. All right. So let's start. Number one, name recognition. So name recognition basically talks about whether you know the person just by hearing their name. So for example, if you look at an artist like KP Illis, has a more recognizable name than, let's say, Wolfpack. So because KP has a bigger body of work in terms when it comes to his music, and Wolfpack really doesn't. KP has a larger following. KP has been rapping for longer. So there are guys who, just by mentioning their names, you know who they are. So at the moment, Poe the Poet does not have a very large name. We only started to know about him now because of this claim that he has made. Now, before he asked for this, 100,000, we never even knew this dude. If this dude came to any artist in the country and asked them, I'm charging 100,000 for a feature, nobody would pay him simply because they don't know who he is. If anything, the Namibian newspaper is the one that gave him the name recognition. So he's not even known for his music. He's known for doing this, ridiculous asking price. Even I would even go as far as say, Get Rich or Get Lich. He has a bigger name recognition than Poe the Poet. We know the music that Get Lich does. We don't even know anything about this guy. So the next thing that we'll be checking out is relevance. So relevance is similar to name recognition, but relevance talks about the current time that you are in, how relative you are right now. Let's use Wolfpack and KP Illis as an example again. Although KP Illis has a more recognizable name than Wolfpack, Wolfpack is currently trending and is making music that people are gravitating to because they are currently relevant. I could probably say that Wolfpack is more relative than KP at the moment because these guys, they are on the rise. So that would make sense for somebody to feature these kids because they are popping, they're trending. They are on the new wave, and that is something that can up their asking price. So coming back to Poe, Poe is not really relevant. I would even go as far and say here, not even the newspaper can save him, because there's nothing that we know about his music. People are not gravitating to him. People are not listening to him, and yeah, you can't really ask for such an amount of money if people are not really listening to you anymore or at all. So Poe is really not relevant because he's not trending. People are not gravitating to him, and no one is really collaborating with him. He's not releasing a sound that people want to hear. And yeah, and a big thing that we can actually use is his social media following. That's actually a pretty good indicator to show how relevant you are. It also contributes to your name recognition. So this is a challenge that I'm going to give Homeboy, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to search him up on social media platforms. So we're going to do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we're also going to do TikTok. And I will say this: if this guy can have 100,000 people, right, on each account following him, he might be worth that amount of money that he's asking. Although social media numbers don't necessarily translate to financial outcome, we're gonna just use it as a broad indicator. In fact, we will even say if this guy has 100,000 of followers total across all social media platforms, he may be worth that amount of money. All right, so let's start. So we're searching on Twitter now. Looks like he has two accounts. He has Poe the Poet and Poe the Poet too. All right, let's just add up the numbers from both accounts and see how it goes. We have the first account, and on this one, he is 13 followers. Yeah, he has 13 followers on this account. Okay, that is not looking good so far. Like that is sad. Okay, 13. We have 13 on the first account on Twitter. So let's try the the other account. So that was Poe the Poet 2. So we're gonna try at Poe the Poet 1, and yeah, this did not help. I don't even think that this is actually him. Maybe it's still him. They have one follower, so we'll add it. So we'll add it. Fine, we'll be generous. Okay, so Poe the Poet has a total of 14 followers so far. That was Twitter. We're going to go on to TikTok. I'm searching here, Poe the Poet, and nothing. Yep, there's nothing on this dude here. There is absolutely zero returns, zero searches. There is no Poe the Poet anywhere. Okay, so Poe the Poet, that's zero on Twitter. So actually TikTok. So let's move on to Instagram. Okay, Instagram is looking somewhat good. Yeah, that's pretty good. The guy has a 1,621. Yep, 1,621 followers on Instagram. Yeah, it says here, Poe the Poet, the realist. Yeah, I charge 100,000. Hashtag rich, hashtag boy, hashtag and trap GPS jungle. And his number is there as well if you want to collaborate with him. So, okay, cool. Let's add that number up. On Facebook, we have 3.3K. That's, yeah, it doesn't give an exact number. The tens and the units, we don't get anything from there. But yeah, 3.3, we'll add that. That is 3,300. And that is not even $5,000. So this dude doesn't even have 5K followers across all his social media platforms, yet he's asking for 100K from artists to collaborate with him. So that does not add up at all, especially if you bring in the factor that social media numbers don't equate to financial numbers. So when it comes to relevance, Homeboy fails as well. So lastly, we're going to check out his musical contribution. So with musical contribution is basically what a person can contribute to your song to make it sound better. So if you have someone who can sing very well, somebody who has dope bars, somebody who has a good voice, basically anybody that can elevate your song to a point where more people will listen to it, and therefore you end up making more money from your music. So how we're gonna test this homeboy out is that we are going to listen to some of the songs that are out there. And yeah, who knows how it's going to sound like. I think that's the only thing that can save him right now. I mean, the fact that he failed at name recognition and failed at relevance, his music needs to be out of this world to make it worth the amount that he's asking for. I'm talking about when the song starts in the first 5 seconds, I need to be like, yo, this is it. This is a banger. This is take all my money. Like from the first 5 seconds, I must already decide that I'm going to pay for this guy's music. We have a freestyle that he put out on that's currently on social media, and there's a song that I found on Twitter, which apparently is the hit song Fittest. This song has 1.8k views. Yeah, which is it's a decent number. These are starter numbers, okay? This is what you get if you're an upcoming artist. Definitely, these numbers are not worth 100k. But yeah, let's start off with the freestyle, because the freestyle might not be the best one. So we're gonna start low end and end on a high note. All right, let's do this.
Bitches call me Poe, but you niggas and haters can call me Poe the Poet, aka help me rob the bank. AK-47, stay the f out my business. Cause even when I see your bitches selling themselves, I still mind my own business. You rappers got gassed up by that service station named Shell. Last year, 2013, I was locked up, but I still have more bars than that prison cell. Oh my flow is underground. No wonder I flow so well. Find me in a snapback. You rappers like a setback. Okay. You're something like a hiccup.
No, that's enough of that. Okay. Yeah. Already when it comes to lyrics, it's not there. It's okay. So here's the thing. He sounds like he's freestyling, and he's also trying to drop bars as he's doing so. So he's freestyling. We're gonna put that to the side, and let's listen to a song that he actually took time to shoot a music video for, and that he went into the studio, took his time. He took his time here, wrote his lyrics, decided to go to the studio, recorded, and decided this song is good enough to make a music video for. So let's give it a shot. And yeah, like I said, the first 5 seconds, man, this song better be fire. Okay, already 5 seconds is up, and this sounds it sounds like a scene in a Nigerian movie. Like if you have watched Nigerian movies, you know what I mean. Like something dramatic is about to happen. I'm not sold in the first 5 seconds, okay? But we'll still continue and listen to see what it is.
The fittest avakala mo gamer, o flow ili insane, running shindili mo lane, yange, ndaninge.
Okay, so far not bad, but not worth 100k. Nandia lo tau, nandia lo 50 block. Ondinondilo, avaspita mondino mangololo, tandino mikalo, dilimo welamu, you can get it. Nduke lombwele, Okay, all right. So we are 50 seconds in, and this song is not doing it for me, man. Like, already I can name rappers at the top of my head who can rap better than this, man. We have, Maps, Exit, Konja, uh, dude. Like, there's a bunch of guys who can rap in the Shwambu, who could probably even do this type of trap music, and they're not asking the amount that he's asking for. So Homeboy fails already at, musical contribution. You will not be making any of your money back if you pay for this dude's feature. Like, these songs are not worth $100,000, especially, you know, taking account that he needed to have a very, very, very good song, very good lyrics to make up for the amount that he's asking for. And yeah, he fails at that. So he failed in all three categories. He shouldn't be asking what he's asking for. Artists in the West don't even ask for what he's asking for, because relatively upcoming artists that are known would be asking at the most 2K US, and unknown artists ask less than that. So this dude is asking, if you convert it, it's roughly 5K in the US. That is a lot of money, to be honest. He shouldn't be asking that, because not even upcoming artists would be asking that amount of money. Anyway, guys, that's all that I got for you on Poe the Poet and his crazy amounts for features. Let me know in the comments how much you think you would pay for a feature from Poe the Poet. All right, so let's discuss that in the comments down below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and also let me know what other videos you want me to cover. All right, so this is Deviate, and this was UVL. We'll check you in the next video.